He is seriously suffering from major physical impairment. Did you see him right there? He's dressed up in a garbage man outfit all day in Wisconsin. He was giving a speech in Green Bay, Wisconsin. He went into a garbage truck after his campaign event called Puerto Rico floating trash or floating garbage. And as Donald Trump continues to say the United States of America is the garbage can or trash can of the world, and he's dressed up like a garbage man in a garbage truck, and he can't open up the door. Do you see his leg dragging right there? We've been talking about his serious physical impairments for some time now, and then when he starts speaking at this event in Green Bay, Wisconsin, he's really struggling to read from the teleprompter. He keeps on glitching over and over again like this. Let's play this clip.
Have to go back a long way to target and dismantle every migrant criminal network. And
our editor-in-chief, Ron Filipkowski, put together this montage of clips with Trump dragging his right leg over the last few months. And this is the reason he's refusing to release his medical records. He is physically impaired. He is suffering from some serious medical conditions that we can see. It's my opinion, but we can see it right there. Here's the montage. Then as Donald Trump is speaking, first off, just look at the color of his face at this point. I mean, he's literally painting his face this shade at this point. And here he says, whether women like, this is what he says. He goes, whether women like it or not. He goes, whether you like it or not, women, I'm going to be your protector. Play the clip.
And my people told me about 4 weeks ago, I was saying, no, I want to protect the people. I want to protect the women of our country. I want to protect the women. Sir, please don't say that. Why? They said, we think it's very inappropriate for you to say. So why? I'm president. I want to protect the women of our country. They said. They said, sir, I just think it's inappropriate for you to say, pay these guys a lot of money. Can you believe it? I said, well, I'm going to do it whether the women like it or not. I'm going to protect them. I'm going to protect them from migrants coming in. I'm going to protect them from foreign countries that want to hit us with missiles and lots of other things.
Seriously? Seriously? Then he spends time at this speech in Green Bay, Wisconsin, talking about how he got into the truck. And he says he climbed up the stairs and it gave him all of this adrenaline and it really got him going. Folks, this is a campaign speech and he has this serious physical impairment, looking like he's stroking out or stroked out. He can't get on the truck. And then he's talking to an audience, bragging that he opened up a door where he struggled. Here, play the clip.
That doesn't look good. So I said, all right, look, let me take it off. And then I actually said, I climbed into the truck, but so I said, how the hell do you get into this truck? It's way up high. It's a big one. This was a beauty. I said, you didn't have to buy it that big, right? You have to get it that big? They brought this brand new, gorgeous truck, wonderful driver. He looked like Cary Grant in his prime. You know what that is? This beautiful driver. And he drove that big thing up. And I said, man, this is bad because now I have all the cameras are all watching. Look at all the fake news. They were most of them. No, most of them, many of them were there. And I'm saying, oh boy, you know, one little mistake with these guys and your political career is over. You can't even. So I said, man, if I don't get up there, this is going to be very embarrassing. These stupid people, they'll say, he's cognitively and physically impaired. And I can't do that when I'm alongside of this great athlete. I got to get up to that. So the first stair is like up here. I'm saying, shit. So I had the adrenaline going and I made it.
And it gets weirder and worse. Then he talks about, he goes, and all Kamala Harris likes is transgender operations. Everywhere you look, there's a transgender operation. Play this clip.
She loves transgender operations all over the place. Everybody should have one.
As I've said, these MAGAs are super weird and insecure about genitals. All they do is wake up and have these weird views about transgender people. They're obsessed with it over and over again. That's all they talk. They just make up things. Whether it's to bully the transgender community or whether they're upset. It is odd and dangerous that this is what they're focused on right now. They put $70 to $80 million into ad campaigns attacking transgender communities. Then Donald Trump says one of the reasons that he's wearing this garbage man outfit, he goes, because the word garbage it's the hottest word right now. He goes, it's the hottest word out there. The hottest word out there? I mean, I can't, you're watching this and play the clip.
And one of my people came in and said, sir, you know, the word garbage is the hottest thing right now out there. The hottest thing out there. Sir, would you like to drive a garbage truck?
What? Then he says that the Madison Square Garden event where his speakers called Puerto Rico garbage was the greatest event. He goes, it was magnificent. It was beautiful. The biggest event ever. Here, play the clip.
You could have sold this big arena out 4 times. And at Madison Square Garden the other night, you could have sold that great, incredible, look, Madison Square Garden, MSG, the greatest, I think the greatest, right? It's got to be. It's Mecca for the great championships. In the history of Madison Square Garden, they told me, Jim Dolan, everybody, they're fantastic, the job they did for us Sunday night. They said, you could have sold this thing 10 times. We've never seen. In all of those years, they had crowds of people, and I don't mean lines, I mean massive groups of people, all the way back down to the Hudson River. We could have sold it out 10 times. And that's just based on what we're saying.
Can we just show you the side-by-side comparison? Vice President Kamala Harris, Donald Trump. Vice President Kamala Harris, Donald Trump. By the way, when he managed to get in that garbage truck, he's talking in a garbage truck dressed like a garbage man. What's he doing? He then is asked about the speaker who called Puerto Rico trash. And Donald Trump doesn't say it's wrong or incorrect or anything like that. Donald Trump just goes on to say, nobody's ever done it. I'm the greatest with Puerto Rico. Nobody has ever done anything like Puerto Rico the way I've done. Here, watch this.
I don't know anything about the comedian. I don't know who he is. I've never seen him. I heard he made a statement, but it was just a statement that he made. He's a comedian. What can I tell you? I know nothing about him. I don't know why he's there. You put comedians up, and I guess he went on earlier in the show. I don't know who he is.
As our editor-in-chief, Ron Filipkowski, said, so the plan for today in the Trump campaign was to have Donald Trump talk about the Puerto Rico controversy from a garbage truck when his campaign is calling Puerto Rico garbage? Nice optics there, Donald. All we are missing are the paper towels. you throw at Puerto Rico. Then Donald Trump whines that he's even there in Wisconsin. He complains. Why? He goes, what the hell do I even need to be here for? He says, here, play the clip.
I'm here probably 4 or 5 times already. You got me working in Wisconsin. I mean, what the hell do I need this for, right? Do I need this? If it wasn't for bread, I would not have done this, okay? No, but look, I've been up.
And after all of that, we get the ultimate projection by Donald Trump. And he goes, Vice President Kamala Harris isn't fit. She doesn't have the stamina. She doesn't have the special quality that Brett Favre has. Here, play this clip.
And Kamala Harris is not fit to be president of the United States. In no way is she fit. She doesn't have the intellect, the stamina, or that special quality that real leaders, people like Brett Favre have.
By the way, you look at Brett Favre's history, you see why he and Donald Trump are linking up, to say the least. Donald Trump, you couldn't open up the truck door. And then you bragged about the adrenaline that you experienced by opening up a door as part of your campaign event. This is incredibly embarrassing. Oh, and then for all of the women out there, after Donald Trump says that he will make women, he will force himself, that's what you heard him, he said before, he will force himself upon, he said in the speech, he will force himself upon women to be their protector, whether they like it or not, he said in his speech. And then he goes, RFK Jr. is going to make sure that you're safe as well. Play this clip.
RFK Jr., Robert F. Kennedy. And he's going to be with us, and he's going to make sure our food is safe, our people are safe, our women are safe.
Donald Trump, a sexual predator, someone found liable for sexual assault, a new story about a new victim where Donald Trump and Jeffrey Epstein were involved. Every day is happening. Yes, and him and RFK Jr., who has a secret sex diary, his hidden secret sex diary of affairs found by his late wife, who committed suicide after finding out about her husband's treatment of her. And he had secret code names and code words for all of the women he bedded. Okay. Now, do you remember about 2 or 3 weeks ago when Donald Trump was in Detroit and he was talking crap about Detroit and he said what a bad city Detroit was in Detroit? Remember, he seemed to defecate in his pants during that speech as well. He seemed to relieve himself. Passed gas, but he seemed to relieve himself as well. Here, play this clip.
This is a catastrophe for the American dream and a dire crisis from commerce to labor to FEMA.
There's something seriously, physically ill with him. I mean, could you imagine if that was Vice President Kamala Harris who did that? It would be front page every single day. As a kid, I loved eating cereal, but as an adult, I don't want all that sugar, and most cereals don't give me the protein I need. Then I found Magic Spoon, a nostalgically delicious cereal that tastes just like my childhood favorites, but without the sugar and with a ton of protein. And if you're already a Magic Spoon fan like I am, I have big news. Magic Spoon has turned their super popular cereal into high protein treats that are light, crispy, and taste just like those classic crunchy cereal bars. Magic Spoon's brand new treats are so delicious and have already become my favorite before and after gym snack. Every serving of Magic Spoon cereal has 13 grams of protein, 0 grams of sugar, and 4 grams of net carbs, so you can feel good about what you are eating. The most popular flavors are fruity and cocoa, and there's so many more. I love the cocoa ones. Magic Spoon's brand new treats are crispy, crunchy, airy, and an easy way to get 11 grams of protein on the go. And for the first time ever, Magic Spoon treats are available in grocery stores with delicious flavors like marshmallow and chocolate peanut butter, chocolatey peanut butter. I personally love Magic Spoon's chocolatey peanut butter treats. I have one every morning to start the day off on the right foot, and I know you will love it as well. Get $5 off your next order at magicspoon.com/Meidas or look for Magic Spoon in your nearest grocery store. That's magicspoon.com/Meidas, MEIDAS, for $5 off. Magic Spoon, Hold on to the dream. MagicSpoon.com/Meidas. Back to Green Bay, Wisconsin. Then Donald Trump says, the thing about Kamala Harris is that she'll make her campaign about hate and retribution. Donald Trump's literally said, I am running on retribution. Like, some of this stuff, comical isn't the word, but some of the stuff I guess would have a script-like quality if it wasn't so deadly serious. I mean, I'm watching someone on stage look sickly and stroking out and talking about himself and how he wants, saying on stage that he wants to force himself upon women to be their protector, and then saying, Vice President Kamala Harris will be your retribution. Here, play this clip.
Kamala Harris, a very low IQ individual, is running a campaign of hate, anger, and retribution. She spends all of her time complaining about everything, but does nothing about it.
I mean, look at him. Look at him. And then here's Vice President Kamala Harris saying what she'll do on day one. Play this clip.
Because here's the thing, we know if he is elected on day one, Donald Trump would walk into that office with an enemies list. When I am elected, I will walk in with a to-do list. And at the top of my list is bringing down your cost of living. That will be my focus every single day as president. I will give a middle-class tax cut to 100 million Americans. Enact the first ever federal ban on price gouging on groceries. And fight to make sure that hardworking Americans can actually afford a place to live. If you are caring for an elderly parent, my plan will cover the cost of home care under Medicare. So seniors can get the help they need and the care they need to stay in their own homes. It's about dignity. It's about dignity. Which is why my plan will also lower the cost of child care. Cut taxes for small businesses and lower health care costs, because I believe health care should be a right and not just a privilege of those who can afford it.
Well, there you have it, folks. Hit subscribe. We need this channel to be bigger than any corporate media network out there, so we can bring you the truth and the facts that they're scared to. We're not sane washing this bizarro, dangerous, weirdo idiocracy world. Exhausting. We're so much better than this. We don't have to live in this MAGA hellscape. We don't. You don't. Hit subscribe. Let's get to 4 million together.
Love this video? Make sure you stay up to date on the latest breaking news and all things Meidas by signing up to the MeidasTouch newsletter at MeidasTouch.com/newsletter.